Tonight, from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's a special Thanksgiving night presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
It is a cold night in western Pennsylvania as we bring you inside Heinz Field here in Pittsburgh. Moments ago, a scene that's played here since 2004. Big Ben Roethlisberger greeted by this sold-out Heinz Field crowd. His Steelers getting set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Thomas on the return.
Now we get our first peek at the Ravens offense, and at the helm, of course, the most valuable player of the NFL in 2019, Lamar Jackson.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Jackson's pass.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
6-yard pickup.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steelers set to go on offense, and it is the big man, Big Ben, number 7, Ben Roethlisberger, ready to lead them.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with the receiver?
The numbers from last week's game for Ebron. 5 catches, 59 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
And now this throw complete to Washington. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
4th down.
You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly, and this one could be coming back. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ingram.
Jackson's pass.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up the 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he slings one that's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
But it's
obviously they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 22-yard.
The MVP Lamar Jackson heading out again with his Ravens. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Gets past one man. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When I see Cameron Wake make plays like that, I can't help but shake my head sometimes. He had to go to Canada first before he came back to the NFL, where he's now an all-pro.
Yeah, undrafted out of Penn State, but look at him now.
Just think about all the pass-rushing moves he has, his ability to play against the run. Remember, he was a combo outside linebacker, defensive end. Now he's just simply one of the best in the NFL.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown.
Jackson's pass.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him. Bring it up 4th down.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
22-yard line.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum? Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, there was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Matt Judon make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
So far they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
22 yards.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time. And that'll bring up second down. Second and 10 now from the 27. To throw again, Jackson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
From the 8, they've got it first and goal. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Here we go now on first and goal. They'll run with Dobbins.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line.
Dobbins on the carry.
He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. As his guys are on the board first here tonight.
Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
We focus our attention now on the quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second.
Throwing on second and 8. Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That third down conversion good for 23. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Steelers.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. On the counter, it's Connor. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 13. Roethlisberger. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
Roethlisberger's pass.
Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and...
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Mess around and put that thing over your burn there. 6 figures every year.
They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line.
The ball carrier.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Going with a big fullback, Watt. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Brought down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Connor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A 10-play drive that time. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Thomas. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
On the return, the Ravens take over 1st and 10. At their own.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Number 21, Mark.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
A gain of 8 yards.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
The ball carrier.
3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
And you know he wants to make the most of every carry because he competes with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson, 4 carries and yardage. But Mark Ingram, over 1,000 yards last season. And then the Ravens went out and drafted J.K. Dobbins out of Ohio State in the 2nd round. So now the Ravens potentially have 2 guys to pair with Lamar Jackson in the run game. Wishbone formation, anyone?
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Jackson now off the bootleg. He's going to find his tight end Boyle.
Jackson's pass.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Back at the 49.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for Devin Duvernay. Incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
To throw again on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. That's complete to his running back, Conner. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Incomplete.
But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Ebron with it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Boswell for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And we shift our attention to Mark Ingram. He's just been looking for some space. You know, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a
I
threat.
was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Over the middle here to Brown.
Jackson's pass.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Caught right side at Snead. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. Eluding the pressure right. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. That'll bring up second down. After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. Throwing again, Jackson. And his pass, incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
Third down.
Jackson now. to throw on third down. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming fourth down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Is good. Makes the score Steelers 14, Ravens 10.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25.
Here again comes Juju Smith-Schuster and the Steelers.
And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon. Once again, happy Thanksgiving, everybody, as we'll run you through what's going on both today and later on this weekend. Good matchups all up and down the schedule there. We'll highlight the one in Cincinnati. A big test coming up for the Bengals as they get set to take on the visiting New York Giants. Then later, they'll let the sun die down a bit in Tampa. A late start here in Florida, where it'll be the Buccaneers taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. And then one more to highlight, Monday Night Football. That'll be a good one between the Seattle Seahawks and the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
We focus our attention now on the quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Roethlisberger. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
Complete to Eric Ebron. A gain of 10. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. A bullet throw, but incomplete. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
It's a gain of
25 yards that time.
First down.
It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end that went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
Incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. 9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Gain of 6.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Breaks through the contact. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down, they hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Now, you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long when it's a...
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Lead to Nick Boyle.
Nick Boyle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run. So much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now 17-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. A quick throw, but incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he finds McDonald. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
The 47-yard.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Passer defense.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Again, it's Roethlisberger. And hitting Juju on the slant. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He fights him off. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
Roethlisberger is sacked. Brought down.
Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald.
Roethlisberger.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Brings up.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
Intended for James Conner. Incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will tie things at 17 all.
That ties the game at 17.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. I'm talking about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He was trying to go back to Hollywood there, but it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And his throw is incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
A gain of 15.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
He's brought down.
Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Terrell Edmonds on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down.
The tackle made by Joe Hayden.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. The defensive end, Cameron Wake, brings him down.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
On 1st down, it's Ingram. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Jackson, draw play to Dobbins.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
They'll run here with Ingram. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. And now Jackson will look to throw it. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our fourth quarter tie. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip.
20. Steelers 17.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
First and 10. At their own 23-yard.
The Steelers ready to take over on offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Makes it 2nd and 10.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And McDonald here over the middle.
Roethlisberger's pass.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
He'll try and run for it with Conner. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So possession goes over here on the punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down at the 28.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
He's brought down.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Forced out to his left. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
The keeper.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Mark Ingram, the ball carrier.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Yeah, he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Well, he had success earlier in the drive keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
So still 14 yards to go, second down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Dobbins on the carry.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Ingram. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line.
He was brought down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here.
30-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. But wait up now, a flag is down. If this is on the defense, they're going to get the first.
Hey, you don't need no more penalties right here.
Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Here's a give to Dobbins. Yep. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. His 6th touchdown of the season as the Ravens push further out in front.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Tucker now to add the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins.
Justin Tucker.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger heading back out there. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they've made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing him all sorts of trouble.
At the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 9.
Throwing again on second down. Roethlisberger. Short little throw to Ebron. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Intercepted by the Ravens.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. We look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
They'll come out in the pistol. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Meanwhile, here's a shot for the end zone right away, but it's incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. They dialed up a 3rd-and-1 blitz defensively. It worked.
Yeah, and a lot of people would think, hey, they thought pass and they guessed right. In a lot of cases, you bring the blitz just to mess up the blocking on a running play. Instead, in this situation, the run wasn't there. They just followed everything right back to the quarterback.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That makes things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Jackson's pass complete to
Devin Duvernay. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Ryan Switzer on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
On the return, the Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Here comes Ben Roethlisberger and the Steeler offense back onto the field. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Completion here to Claypool.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Pernell McPhee always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
We can't have that.
Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Roethlisberger going to get this one to Connor. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Ebron caught left side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A little surprise pays off on, and they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line.
2nd and goal to go.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Escapes the sack. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Roethlisberger will throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Eric Ebron. Incomplete. It's now 4th down and goal.
Now, a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. They'll run on 1st down. Ingram. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
Holding offense.
No.
So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Baltimore, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year.